Welcome, everyone. Today we'll be doing a full body flow. So we'll be targeting all areas of the body and not just one specific area. My name is Toni, as you all know, and we'll begin today's class by doing a body scan meditation. So if you just close your eyes, find a nice comfortable seat, and just begin to notice how your body feels today. Maybe your mood has affected your body. Then begin to notice your breath. Is it short, shallow? Is it deep? Take a full inhale through the nose and a full exhale out the mouth. Send your awareness to your third eye or the center point in your forehead. Inhale. Exhale, relax the muscles of your face. Relax your jaw. Inhale, send your awareness to your neck, the tops of your shoulders. So they feel stiff and tight. Exhale to relax the shoulders down. Inhale to send your breath to your chest area, your heart space. Can you feel your heart beating in your body? Take a moment to appreciate your heart for working effortlessly 24/7. Inhale. Exhale and send your breath down your spine, all the way down to the tip of your tailbone. Notice how your hips feel. Exhale to relax your sit bones, the muscles around them. Inhale to send your awareness now to your legs, your thighs, your knees. Notice how they feel. Does it feel good to be sitting down, or are you ready to get moving? Just notice. Exhale, send your awareness now down to your ankles, your toes. Give them a little wiggle. It's the area of our body we tend to neglect. On your next inhale, imagine air flowing from the feet all the way up to the crown of the head. And on your next exhale, allow it to flow right back down all the way through the feet. Slowly open your eyes. Make circles with your wrist, going in one direction. And then switch the direction, go in the other direction. Inhale to sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, relax the arms back down. Let it all go. One more time. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let them fall down. Inhale, arms up one more time and sway them side to side. Just loosening up the body. Hands come down to the mat. And shift your weight onto all fours. Bring your toes to touch here. And send your hips back to child's pose. Forehead comes to the mat. Walk your fingertips forward as much as you can. Inhale. Exhale, send your hips more towards your heels. Walk the hands back towards you. Come to lift your torso. Bring the legs together and sit back on your heels. Moving into a neck release, place your right fingertips on the right side of you. Inhale, left arm comes up overhead and bend over to your right, coming into a side bend. Relax your neck. Air comes towards the tops of the shoulder. Both arms are nice and straight here. Reach through the fingertips. Inhale, expand in the rib cage. Exhale, rotate that arm. Allow it to float just above the mat. Keep reaching through the fingertips, keeping the neck relaxed. You should feel a nice stretch along the side of your neck, the top of your shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, reach the fingertips back behind you, slightly opening up in the chest. Don't forget your breath. Inhale, push against that hand, coming back to center. Other side. Left fingertips come to the mat. Inhale, sweep the right arm up and overhead. Relax the neck, air towards the shoulder. Reach through those fingertips, really reach to stretch out the side body. Inhale to expand the rib cage. Exhale, rotate that arm. Allow it to hover just above the ground. Keep reaching through those fingertips. Appreciate this nice stretch. Exhale, reach the fingertips back behind you slightly. Opening up the chest. And inhale brings you back to center. Torso comes back down for child's pose. Your hands stay back this time, hugging your feet. Inhale. And exhale, allow your shoulders to relax, spilling over your knees. Come onto the hands, tuck the toes this time, and send your hips back for hero pose. Inhale to come up. So now we're on the tops of our toes here. Both arms extend out in front of us. Left arm comes on top of the right, bend in the elbows, and wrap the arms until your palms come to touch. If your palms cannot touch, you can just press the backs of your hands together. Inhale, the elbows come up and out away from the body. This is called eagle arms. Exhale, release the arms and other side. Right arm comes on top this time. Wrap the arms around for your eagle. Inhale to reach the elbows up and out. Exhale, plant the palms. Come into all fours. So on all fours or tabletop position, you want your wrists underneath your shoulder, knees underneath your hips. Slide your right foot back behind you, keeping the top of the foot on the mat. Press down into that foot, ground down into the hands, stretching out the top of the foot. Inhale. Come onto the toes. And then shift your weight backwards. So now the heel is shining back behind you, pressing against the palms, stretching out the back of the calf here. Shift your weight forward as you inhale, coming back onto the top of the foot, but this time we're stretching out the wrist. So your shoulders are slightly forward. Keep pressing down on the top of the foot. Exhale to come back to center. Lift the foot off of the mat this time, toes pointing down. Reach the heel back behind you. Kick the foot up slightly more. Bend in that knee. So now the bottom of the foot is facing the ceiling. We're going to create small pulses up and down as if we're just trying to kick something up towards the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. 3 more. And exhale, bring that knee in towards the nose, squeeze it up, and cross that leg over the left. So here you can either keep your legs squeezing towards each other, or you can hook that foot onto the back of the leg. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Come down onto the forearms here. Press down into the forearms and shift your hips back slightly. Stretching out the sides of the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Come back onto the palms. Uncross the legs. Come back onto tabletop. Other side, slide the left foot back this time. Press down onto the top of that foot. Inhale. Come onto the toes and exhale, shift your weight back. Heel is pointing towards the back of the mat. Shift your weight forward, stretching out the wrists, coming back onto the top of the foot. Good breath. Come back onto the toes. Inhale to lift that foot up and back. Bend in that knee and create your pulses. Inhaling. to rise and exhaling to bring it back down. Exhale, squeeze that knee in towards the nose, really squeeze it up and cross that leg over the right. Come down onto the forearms, exhale. Squeeze those legs together as you shift your hips back, stretching the sides of your hips. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, come back onto the palms, uncross the legs. Left arm reaches out in front of you. Right leg kicks up and back, toes pointing down. This might be enough for you. For more of a challenge, bend in that knee, sweep that arm back behind you to grab the outer edge of the foot. From here, kick the foot up and back and find your balance. If it's too much, you can just stay balancing here. Toes pointing down. Exhale, bring everything back down to tabletop, other side. Right arm comes out this time. Left leg kicks up and back. If you want to go for the challenge, bend in that knee. Sweep that arm back behind you. Grab a hold of the outer edge of the foot. From here, kick the foot up and back. And shift your weight into your left hand. Opening up your torso towards the right. Exhale, bring everything back down. Curl the toes under, send the hips up, downward facing dog. Exhale it all out. In downward dog, we want our heels reaching towards our mat. It's okay if they don't touch. Internally rotate the thighs and reach the hips towards the sky. Slowly begin to walk yourself forward. Forward fold. Bring the feet to touch. Exhale, send the hips back. Bend in the knees, reach the arms up for chair pose. Curl the tailbone under. Send the hips a little further down. Exhale, forward fold, plant the palms. Inhale, hands come to the front of the calves. Half back, look forward. Exhale, plant the palms, step the left foot back, lower the left knee down. Inhale for your low lunge. Staying here for a few breaths. Inhale to reach through the crown of the head. Exhale, walk the toes forward slightly. Bend more into that front knee, sending your hips forward and down. Try not to hyper arch in the back. Keep the spine nice and straight. Optional bind here. Place the right hand down. Bring it underneath your right leg. Your left hand wraps behind your back and you grab a hold of your fingertips, opening up your torso to the left. Inhale. So move your foot out a little bit. Bend more on that front knee and bring that arm under. Ground down into this foot. Begin to lift that hand. No, okay. Plant the palms, step back, plank. Lower the knees down, lower your chest down. Moving into chaturanga. Inhale, torso comes forward and up for up dog. Curl the toes under, push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left foot up this time. Lower the right knee down. Inhale, the arms come up for your low lunge. Inhale, reach through the crown of the head, lengthening in the spine. Exhale, walk the toes forward slightly, bend more on that front knee. Place the left hand on the inside of the left foot. Reach the right hand towards the sky. If you want to come into your bind, this is a good place to do so. Exhale, plant the palms. Step up, forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're moving into a balancing pose. So shift your weight into your right foot. Come onto your left toes. Peel that foot up off of the ground. With your right hand, grab a hold of the outer edge of your foot. So your torso is twisting towards the left, and exhale to straighten in that leg. Left arm comes back behind you. If that's too much, you can just hold your knee and twist towards the left. Exhale, release that foot, step back, warrior one. Inhale, arms come up. In warrior one, your back foot is pointing out about 40 degrees. Front leg is bent. Inhale, reach through the crown of the head. And exhale, place the right hand on the outer edge of the right foot. Left arm sweeps up towards the front of the room. You can step forward a little bit more. Good. You can step forward a little more too. Step here. Yep. Inhale. Mm-hmm. Place the left hand down on the inside of the foot. Come onto the back toes and lift the right arm up towards the sky. So we're just reversing our twist. Inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, plank. Lower down for your chaturanga. Inhale brings you up. And exhale, downward facing dog. One breath here, inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, step the left foot up this time, warrior one. Inhale, arms come up. Reach through the crown of the head to lengthen the spine. And exhale, bring the left hand on the outer edge of the left foot. Right arm sweeps up towards the front. Inhale. Exhale, look towards the front toes. Plant that right hand on the inside of your foot. Come onto the back toes and reverse your twist. Left hand comes towards the sky. Don't forget to breathe here. Exhale, plant the palms. Step up, forward fold. Inhale to come all the way back up. And we're going to do our balancing pose on the other side. Shift your weight into the left foot this time. Come onto the right toes. Begin to lift that knee. Grab a hold of the outer edge of the foot with your left hand. Exhale, extend that leg out long. Opposite arm reaches back behind you. It's okay if you lose your balance, that's normal. If your leg is not all the way straight, exhale and reach through the heel of the foot. Yeah, you can grab your knee. And exhale, foot comes back down, hands come to the center of the heart. Good, shake it off. I'm gonna come to face you. Lift the left foot, wrap it around your right leg. Just as we did in the beginning, you can hook the foot behind your leg or just squeeze the ankle into the calf. Arms come out in front of you. Right arm comes on top for your eagle arms. Twist. Sorry. Elbows extend forward and out, stretching out the upper back body. Bend in your knees, send your hips down. Arms come up overhead. And we're untwisting our legs and sending our leg back behind us, feet facing forward. Reach, extending in your spine. Keep this lift as you come into a forward fold, half back. Stop midway. Exhale to look towards your toes. Inhale to reach through those fingertips. Exhale, pull your right hip back in towards the center. Exhale, plant the palms, come into a forward fold, forehead comes towards the knee. Both legs are straight here, or as straight as they can possibly be. Shift your weight into your heels. See if you can lift your toes. Shift your weight forward, bend into that front knee. Our back leg kicks up and back behind us. You can keep your fingertips on the mat here. For more of a challenge, bring your hands to heart center, lift the torso, and kick the leg up just slightly more. Warrior 3. In Warrior 3, your toes are pointed towards the mat. Our hips are squared. Exhale, plant the palms. Bring that foot back down, step back for plank. Lower down for your vinyasa. Inhale to come up. Exhale, push back. Downward facing dog. Walk the hands forward. The feet forward, forward fold. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're gonna do our eagle pose on the opposite side. Shift your weight into your left foot this time. Wrap your right foot around the left. You can hook it behind or just squeeze the legs together. Arms come out in front of us. Left arm on top this time for your eagle. Reach the elbows up and out. So Jennifer, squeeze your backs of the palms together, yes. Bend in your knee and send your hips back and down. Keep squeezing those legs together. Arms come up overhead. Unhook that foot and send it back behind you, toes facing forward. Moving into our pyramid pose. Lengthen in the spine. Exhale to come into your flat back. Inhale. Reach through those fingertips. Your left hip is pulling back. And exhale, plant the palms coming into your forward fold. Forehead comes to your knee. Good breath, chin. Bend in that front knee, kick that back leg up behind you. You can keep your fingertips down. Slowly peel your hands up for a prayer pose, moving into Warrior 3. It helps to really kick that foot back behind you. Your torso is coming forward and down. Your standing leg is coming straight, but it's okay to keep a slight bend in your knee. And let's move into dancer pose. So bend into that back knee, reach your left hand back behind you, your right hand, I'm sorry. Grab the inner arch of your foot. Left hand comes forward. Shift your torso forward as you kick your foot back and out. Good job. Exhale, release the foot. Feet come to touch. Moving back into chair, send your hips back, bend in your knees, arms come up overhead. Curl the tailbone down. See if you can sink a little lower. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Plant the palms, step the left foot back, warrior two, open up to the side. In warrior two, you want your front heel to be in line with the arch of your back foot. Your front leg is bent. Both arms are out to a T. Look past your right fingertips. Reverse your warrior. Left hand comes to the top of the thigh. Right hand sweeps up and overhead. Bend more into that front knee. Push into my hands. Yep. Yep. Keep pushing. Good, good. Now I'm gonna back up, but keep this push. Good. Here. Place your right hand on the outside of your right foot. Left arm comes up and overhead. If you'd like to come into a bind here, left arm comes back behind you. Right shoulder drops down on the inside of your thigh. Right arm comes under the thigh and grabs a hold of your fingertips behind you. Good job. You can open your foot out to about here. Okay. If you're in your bind, you can come out, plant the palms, step back, plank, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to come up. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Take a full inhale. And on your next exhale, let out a lion's breath. Stick out your tongue and let it all out. Good. Inhale, the left foot comes up this time. Open up for warrior two. Check your heel to foot alignment. Reverse your warrior. Right hand comes to the thigh. Left arm comes up overhead. Bend more in that front knee. Exhale, plant the hand in the inner arch of the foot this time. Right arm comes up. Optional bind here. Wherever you are, rotate your torso out towards the side. So chin, your right shoulder, you want it on the inside of your thigh. Good. Yes, there you go. Exhale, plant the palms, rotate the toes so now the toes are parallel, moving into a wide-legged forward fold. Flip the palms so now the fingertips are facing backwards, and inhale to come into a flat back. Good. Stretching out the wrist here. Exhale, begin to walk your fingertips back in between your legs, sending your forehead towards the mat. If your top at the top of the head can come to the mat, and place it down. If not, it's fine. Walk your fingertips back a slightly more. Press against the pinky edges of your feet. Walk the hands back up, coming into flat back. And then heel toe your toes in towards each other until they're about hip width distance apart. Toes pointing outwards. Exhale, send your hips down for a yogi squat or malasana. So your hips grow heavy here. Your arms are in between your thighs. Bring your hands into prayer pose. As you lengthen in the spine, your elbows are pushing your knees away. Relax your hips, your sit bone muscles. See if you can lift your toes here. Now we're gonna move into crow pose. Has anyone ever done crow? Janae. Watch me first. I'll show you how to do it. So if you want to come to a seat, you can for now. So in crow pose, you're starting off in a squat. Your hands are in between your thighs. You want to walk your fingertips forward. Come onto your toes. Rotate your elbows so that they're facing backwards. Squeezing the elbows towards each other, you're going to bring your knees to the backs of your forearms. It also helps if you just squeeze onto your arms here with your knees. Shift your weight forward, and you can play by lifting one foot and lifting the other, or you can lift both feet. Ready? Okay, so you start in your squat position. Your hands are in between your thighs here. Walk your fingertips forward. Come onto your toes. Rotate the elbows so that the elbows are facing backward and down. Bring your knees to either the outside or the backs of the arms. Shift your weight forward into your hands and start by lifting one foot and then the other, and see if you can lift both. Good. Should try squeezing the knees onto the arms. I think that will help stabilize you. So elbows are rotating so that they're facing behind you. Yes. Walk your hands forward a little bit more. Bend in the elbows. Yes. Shift your weight forward. It's okay if they don't come all the way up either. Yeah. And try, Jennifer? Yeah. So walk the hands forward. Rotate the elbows in. So we're rotating them down. Yep. Yep. And now come onto the toes and shift your weight forward, bending in the elbows. And then you can bring your knees to the outsides of your arms. No, don't be scared. I'll stand here to hold you. Okay. Yep, bend in the elbows. Yes, shift your weight. Lift your hips. Yes. Bring your knees to here. And now shift your weight forward. Okay. No problem. Yes, remember to breathe. Want to try, Frida? Now rotate your elbows in. So squeeze your elbows towards each other. Yes. And shift your hips up. And it's okay if you don't get it today. Something that you can work on. Yeah, Chin, you got it. You want to try it, Jamie? Yeah, your position is great. Yeah, I can stay here to support you. Yeah, you're almost there. Something that you could practice at home. Good. You got it. All right. Now we're in our yogi squat here. And we're walking our hands forward, shifting our knees down now. Untuck the toes and send the hips back. Now, if this is too deep of a stretch, you can use a block underneath you. And block. So you can put that block right underneath you. Do you want a block, Jamie? Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Now reach the hands back behind you, fingertips pointing towards you. And we're squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening up in the chest. So Chin, flip your hands. Your fingertips are pointing. Yes. Yes. And squeeze the shoulder blades together. Chest is forward and up. You can send your gaze towards the ceiling as you exhale. Coming out of the pose. Shift your weight back forward. And come on to tabletop position. Moving into pigeon pose. Bring your right knee to the back of your right wrist. Rotate your foot so that your foot is now in the back of your left wrist. And slide your back foot back behind you. Now, even if you can go into a full pigeon, stay up for just a few breaths. Walk your hands towards your leg, really lengthening in the spine, coming into a nice back bend here. Keep reaching that back foot back away from you. We're gonna stay here for a few breaths. Bend your back knee and come to sit down. So now both legs are at a 90-degree angle. Good. Exhale to fold over that front leg. So walking the fingertips forward, forehead comes to the mat. Exhale, release the muscles of your hips. No, just staying in it. Yeah. Come back onto the palms. Frame that front leg and rotate your body coming back onto your back leg. From here, we're moving into a forward fold. You can stay here if this is enough for you, or you can come onto your forearms, or you can come all the way down, forehead touching the mat. Or you can create a little pillow with your hands. Good. Inhale. And exhale. Good. How's that feel? Good. Inhale. Exhale. If you have any knee pain, you can flex the foot. Come back onto the forearms. Bring that front leg back, coming back into tabletop position. And other side. Left knee comes to the back of the left wrist. Rotate the leg so now the toes are in the back of the right wrist. Slide that right leg back behind you. Tops of the foot is on the mat. Inhale, walk the hand in towards the front of the leg. Really lengthening in the spine. Exhale, see if you can sink a little deeper, reaching that foot back behind you. And come and bend into that back knee, sitting in your 90-90. Good. Exhale to fold over that front leg, walking the fingertips out in front of you. Forehead comes to the mat. Exhale to relax the hips. Really melt into this pose. Take a full inhale. And a full exhale. Walk the hands back towards you. Frame that front leg. Rotate back onto your back leg. Reach that foot back behind you and come into your forward fold. This side might feel dramatically different for you. Inhale, send your awareness to your thighs, your hips. Like nice and straight here. Come back onto your palms. Shift your weight back up. Slide your back leg forward, crossing the legs and coming into a seat. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, bend in the elbows. Bring the thumbs to the front of the elbows, the rest of the fingers to the back. Inhale, reach the elbows towards the ceiling. Jennifer, squeeze the elbows in towards each other. Yes. Inhale. And exhale, come into a forward fold, bringing your elbows towards the ground. Stop wherever it feels comfortable for you. If your elbows are all the way down, walk them forward slightly. Exhale to relax the neck. Staying here for a few breaths, inhaling. Come back up to center. Switch the cross of the legs. And again, arms sweep up. Thumbs come to the front of your shoulders. Switch the shoulders up and back. Inhale into the rib cage. Exhale, come into your forward fold. If the elbows are on the ground, walk them forward slightly. Really stretching out those hips, the spine. Inhale to come back up. And meet me back in tabletop, our favorite pose for this class. We're shifting into puppy pose. So we're walking our hands forward, so much so that our chest comes down to the mat. Our hips stay up. Our chin can either come to the mat or the forehead. The tops of the feet are on the mat. Arms are extended long. Jennifer, you can open your hands out more. Yes. Inhale and exhale. How's that feel? Good. Walk your hands back up for tabletop. Moving slowly. Threading the needle. Inhale, reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring that hand in between or underneath that left arm, bringing the shoulder down to the mat. Look over to the left. Your hips are staying towards the ceiling. Your head and neck are relaxed. Staying here for just one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. And your next inhale, push up, back up to tabletop. Other side. Left arm comes up this time. Exhale. That arm comes underneath the right. Head and neck relax. Shoulder comes down. Hips stay towards the ceiling. Your right arm can extend out in front of you over your head. Inhale to come back up to center and come to lie on your stomach. Right arm comes out to the right side. Left hand comes underneath your left shoulder. Look over to your left. Relax the head down. Leg, bend in the knee. Open up the hip. Send your foot back behind you until your foot reaches the ground. Shoulder opener. Bring your foot over here. Come back down onto your belly. Other side. Left hand comes out. Right hand comes underneath your right shoulder. Look over towards your right. Lift your right leg, bend in that knee. Open up that hip. Bring that foot back behind you. Another variation for this pose, you can lift that bent knee so that leg is straight in the air. Take a full inhale, full exhale out the nose. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Shift your weight back over to your belly. And come to lie on your back for Shavasana. I'll be coming around to do Shavasana assist. If you do not like being touched, just raise your hand. Inhale, exhale. Take a full inhale. Start to wiggle your fingertips and your toes. When you're ready, roll over to one side. And take your time coming back up to a seat. Welcome back. Bring your hands to heart center. Thank yourself for coming to class today, for showing up for yourself. Thank your partners for sharing space with you. Namaste.